South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators. Fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again. Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the channel. It's another night, another dollar video. This time we got 3 true freaky pizza delivery horror stories. So these are based on true stories, some scary shit, real life shit. Alright, this was a requested reaction. Shout out to my boy K. Good looking for putting me on to this. He wanted me to check this out. And you know, I think every now and then we're gonna do some different things on the channel, not just music reactions. I may in the future do a Patreon. So the Patreon will be the videos that get blocked on YouTube. I'll just put it on the Patreon so you guys could check it out. It's a monthly subscription though, so if you guys interested, man, it's no, you know what I'm saying, y'all could do it. You know, if y'all want to do it, that's all cool, so love. But also I might do like movie reactions, but it'll be on the Patreon because YouTube is crazy with the copyrights and stuff like that. So the Patreon, that'll be like, you know, every Friday night or something, or one day out of the week. We will watch, you know, a movie that everybody agrees on. You know, I'll let you guys choose the movie. I'll have a poll, and then we pick the movie, we watch it. You know what I'm saying? Or anime, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be just a movie, you know. But it could be an anime, TV show, and we have like a watch party. Alright? You know what I'm saying? And that shit'll be lit. So y'all let me know if y'all interested in that. Alright? So let's hop in this joint, check it out. As far as I know, these stories are true.
I'll never forget this night. The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to go home when the phone rang. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was taking calls.
He was getting ready to go home, and then the phone rang. I would have not picked up. Once it's closing time, that's it, bro. You asked out. I'm out.
I picked up the phone. There
First
was complete
mistake right
silence,
there.
So
First
I hung
mistake.
up. About a minute later, the phone rings again, so I pick up again. Still silence. I was about to hang up again when I heard the very weak and cold voice of an old woman on the other end. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I remained polite on the phone, but on the inside I was screaming. I just wanted to get home and end my shift.
It was tight.
I called out to my boss that somebody is requesting a delivery. He told me I had to go.
Of course.
I was upset at first.
Of course the boss is gonna tell you have to go. He's not the one taking the trip himself. He wants all that money, man. Come on, man. Capitalism at its finest.
But I realized it's another tip, and the old ones usually tip the most, so I decided it was okay. I took down the address and told her it would be there soon, but she had already hung up. I thought that was rude, but I ignored it and yelled to the chef that I needed one regular. My boss told me to just go home after the delivery as the place would be closed. So a little before 10 o'clock, I got in my car and put the address into my GPS. The house was 7 miles away. The GPS took me
7-mile delivery, fam? Oh, hell no. Certain spots won't even deliver that far. That's crazy.
To the quiet side of town. I arrived to the house. It was a small, one-floor house on a very quiet and empty block. I took the pizza and walked up to the door and rang the doorbell. There were no lights on in the house. I hoped that she hadn't given me the wrong address.
My antennas would have been
I rang
up.
the doorbell again. There was still no answer. I was about to give up when I turned my head and saw somebody standing at the window. I got a little freaked out and backed up at first, but I eventually got closer to the window to see the person. It was an old woman, probably in her late 70s. She was just staring at me with a blank expression.
She's a witch.
I yelled to her through the glass that I had her pizza. She didn't react to what I said, so I screamed it loud.
She didn't want to eat pizza, bro. She probably wanted to eat you.
Louder.
On some
big
Hansel and
smile
Gretel
ran
shit.
across her face. Not a pleasant, genuine smile. It was a smile that sent chills down my spine. I still remember that exact face she made through the window. I decided that I was freaked out enough and got back to my car and set the pizza in the passenger seat. I had to text my boss about this. I shot him a quick text and started my car, ready to get the hell away. I looked to my right to get one more look, to see the woman standing right outside my passenger side window, giving me the same stare she had given me before.
Fams, I'm out.
I put my car in drive and floored it down the street, not looking back.
Out. Facts.
My boss never made me do a late night delivery again.
That's it, bro? That is it says freaky, but damn. I was expecting something crazy.
This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do my last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas. I GPSed the address on my phone.
A 1999 camera is perfect for more than delivering pizzas, if you know my drift. Oh yeah, we gonna be delivering pies, but ain't no pizza. Get my drift?
I live upstate in the country, so all pizza deliveries were long drives. I remember the sun was starting to set, so it was probably around 7 o'clock. I'd say after a good 15 minutes of driving through the foresty dirt roads, my GPS said I had arrived.
In the
It
middle
was
of
an old
nowhere?
little cottage-like house made almost entirely of wood.
Oh,
It was sitting all by itself in the middle of absolutely nothing but forest.
in the middle of
The
nowhere.
lawn was completely unkept, as the grass was almost at knee height. I was used to this kind of thing, so I didn't think much of it. I took the pizza to the front door. There was no door.
Fams, if I was delivering shit in the middle of nowhere or delivering anything, nowadays y'all gotta stay with some type of weapon to protect yourselves. Stay with a taser, stay with some spray, anything that you could use, because you know they be trying to rob delivery guys, you know, and you should be on point with that. Like, I ain't going being no delivery guy if I'm not fucking having something on me to protect myself, even if it's a pen. Feel me? We can't carry knives, then we carry pens, pencils, or some shit, bro. I'm poking you with something.
Doorbell, so I knocked loudly on the door. Within 10 seconds, I heard the sound of footsteps hitting wood on the inside of the house. The footsteps made it to the door and stopped. I started to feel uneasy. I got the feeling that I was being watched. And that's when I noticed there was a peephole in the door. "It's the pizza guy," I called out. I heard a low, harsh-sounding voice on the other side of the door, telling me to bring the pizza out back.
Oh, nah.
I didn't like the idea of going back there.
Hell
Something
no.
didn't seem right.
Hell no.
"Are you sure, sir?"
Just open
I
the
called
door.
out. He didn't answer my question. The sound of footsteps didn't move away from the door, so I had the feeling he was still watching me. I almost found myself walking back to my car, but I decided I didn't want any trouble with my boss. The last time I brought a pizza back, he gave me attitude.
Listen, fam. Don't blame me. I'm not doing all that extra shit, bro. I would have left the pizza right there. Look, you want your pizza or not? Because I'm out. If not, then I guess I'm having pizza for dinner. Because it is what it is, bro. Fuck that. I ain't going around to no back of the fucking house.
So I reluctantly walked through the uncut grass and around the small house to the back. I remember there was a shed and a little patio back there. In the patio, there was a table with 4 chairs surrounding it. In one of the chairs, facing away from me, I saw the head of somebody sitting in the seat. I began walking over and said, "Excuse me," but the person didn't even move an inch.
Dead body.
"Excuse me," I said again louder. Then from behind me, I heard, "Psst, over here." I turned around to see a man poking his head out from the corner of the house, looking at me with a crazed smile. "Come over here, I want to show you something."
What?
I freaked out, turned around, and ran around the house in the opposite direction, back to my car, for some reason still holding the pizza.
Yo, he lucky it wasn't no like crazy serial killer family that went to the car and poked the tires or did some funny shit. That's why you can't leave your car unattended. Like, you never know. It could have been some serial killers, bro. Somebody will, all right, once he goes around the back to the house, go to the car, take the key or whatever, just damage the vehicle. You can't escape. Then what? Come on, man. Use your fucking brains, bro.
I got in my car, started it, and got away from there. On my way back to the pizzeria, I pulled over to the side of the road and called the police. Eventually, I was informed that there was no sign of anybody having been in that house for a long time.
What?
I quit my delivery job a few days after that. I have no idea what would have happened to me had I gone up to that man, but to this day, I still wish I just turned my head to see who
He'd have been, yo, look at that. You see that?
Patio chair.
The guy would have been like, yo, look at that right there. You would have been like, what? Right there. You gotta look at it. And then you go down to look at it and boom, right over the head. You done. God, I don't know why my lips be so fucking chapped, bro. The wintertime, my lips always get chapped. I hate that shit.
I was doing late night deliveries during this particular shift. When I worked this job, I lived in the Poconos. It was very rural up there. I often found myself driving down roads surrounded by nothing but trees, just like this night. Only it was dark and foggy this time.
Couldn't be me.
Driving down a shortcut to town that I had taken many times before, I slam on the brakes when I see somebody jump out from the bushes onto the road. The sickening bump and thump from the front of the car confirmed that I had hit the person. I put my hand to my forehead, cursing to myself. I couldn't believe what just happened.
That's why I recommend everybody that drives to have a dash cam. Nowadays, now more than ever, a dash cam is so important because, you know, people be looking for a come up, man. They say, oh, you hit them. Or, like, they try to blame you for something they did. And a lot of times you could be the best driver in the world, but what I've learned, I got my driver's license, been driving for a year and change. You could be the best driver in the world, but you got to worry about other people because other people are inconsiderate. You could do everything by the book the right way and still. And you know what pisses me off when I'm driving? People that do not signal before they lane switch. Like that's the thing they teach you. The first thing to do, you want to always signal before you go to a different lane, fam. Anytime you lane switching, you signal. And if people don't do that, yo, that shit gets my blood boiling because I'm a considerate driver. Like, I try to be safe as much as possible, so bro, that shit like that be having me vexed.
I just hit a person.
Get a dash cam, y'all.
I got out of my car and checked to see if they were alright. It was a man wearing a black hoodie with the hood up. He lay motionless by my car tire. I had no idea what to do.
I know what you did last summer.
I was panicking. Why the hell was this guy in the middle of nowhere? Why did he jump in front of my car? And then things got weirder. I can hear a scream.
He was running away from somebody?
For help, coming from the woods to the left of me. Somebody was in trouble. I looked at the man I hit with my car. He was still on the ground, motionless. I'd only be gone for a minute, I figured. For whatever stupid reason, I thought it was okay to leave the man behind, to go into the woods. I moved in the direction I heard the scream originally, hoping to hear another, but it was just total silence, except for the night creatures making their sounds. "Where are you?" I yelled out. It was at that moment I heard the sound of a foot crushing the leaves on the ground. I turned in the direction of the sound, and even in the dark and foggy weather, I could still make out the figure of somebody hiding behind a tree opposite me.
The man in the hoodie? I
ran as fast as I could back to my car, looking back constantly to make sure I wasn't being followed. When I got back to my car, the man I had hit was gone. I didn't stick around to wonder where he went. I just got back in my car and proceeded down the road. My heart was racing the whole drive through, but I still ended up delivering the pizza. I got to the house, and when I rang the bell, a middle-aged woman answered. After paying, I noticed that her eyes focused on something behind me, and then she asked me, "They let you guys have delivery partners now?" I was confused and asked her what she meant, and she told me, "You got someone with you in your car." I felt a pain in my stomach as I turned and saw somebody sitting in the backseat of my car.
Bro, what the fuck did I just say? Cause I watched so many horror movies in my life, bro. Like, that's the typical horror movie, bro. Like, the serial killer disappeared, or you just go in the car and then all of a sudden the back seat, like you don't check the back seat and somebody's behind you. Oh my god. I don't know if these shits is real though. It says 3 true freak. These shits sound, I mean, sometimes the truth is weirder than fiction. So we could say that, but who knows, man? I don't know if these is valid. I'm gonna check the comments though, but yo, that's crazy.
I called the cops using the woman's phone and they arrived shortly after, but the person in the back seat of my car was already gone. The scariest thing about this whole story, the police found a blood-stained knife.
Hold up, first of all, why would you keep your eyes off the car? Yo, can I get your phone real quick? But wait a minute, didn't you have a phone? Why you needed to use the woman's phone to make a phone call? Did he say he left it in the car or something? I don't know, it's not adding up, bro. Should sound too good to be true.
My stomach as I turned and saw somebody sitting in the backseat of my car. I called the cops using the woman's phone and they arrived shortly after, but the person in the back seat of my car was already gone. The scariest thing about this whole story, the police found a blood-stained knife on the floor of my car where the man was hiding. This memory still haunts me every day, and I can genuinely tell you, it's painfully scary just to imagine how things could have turned out if I hadn't made the delivery.
They would have turned you to a pizza roll, fam. Homie would have turned you to a motherfucking pizza roll, hot pocket, a bagel bite. Son, you would have been done. Packed your ass up. Cause you ain't checked the back. Like, come on, bro. That's rule 101 horror movies, bro. Always check your surroundings. Let me see what these comments talking about. I'm never going to deliver pizza. The phone rang and nobody was there. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. The old lady was probably like, what the fuck? I just wanted my pizza, bro. The scariest part about these stories is the pizza getting wasted. Facts. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if these are true. Ain't no way to confirm like where these stories are coming from. But supposedly Mr. Nightmare, he's a big YouTuber, and you know, all his shits is basically based on true stories. So this is something that we would have to do some more research into and verifying, like, where are these stories coming from? How are how do you know that it's from a legitimate source? It's not somebody making it up. All right, that's the only thing I would say. But yeah, I think this one was probably the scariest one. Then the second one, the first one we heard was the old lady. She was probably didn't take a medication or something, or she probably wanted some dick. She wanted some of that piece of delivery D, you know what I'm saying? That's all she wanted. That's why she was smiling like that. She ain't see a young delivery guy in a minute, you know what I'm saying? She just old, she needs some loving. Second one, yeah, second one, that was crazy too. But this one, yeah, the first one, I don't know if I believe it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's possible, but who knows? Y'all let me know if y'all like this type of content. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Send me some shit, scary videos, I love it. And if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, follow your boy Dollars, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'm out.